Looking for a protein shake that tastes as good as it performs? Meet Rockin' Protein Max. Packed with 50 grams of fuel, it'll help you keep up when your day won't slow down. And because it's always creamy and never chalky, every sip tastes great. Even better, it's lactose-free and has 0 added sugar. It's not every day you find a protein shake you actually want to finish. Catch Rockin' Protein in the dairy cooler at a store near you. Rockin' Protein and Shamrock Farms are registered trademarks of Shamrock Foods Company.
It's Deprogram, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today, we are talking about the Mighty Mighty BossTones, ladies and gents. I'm actually really excited about this because, we'll get into reasons. But because I worked really hard, man. I worked really hard. This is my third one this weekend. You guys won't know that because they come out one a week. But you can kickstart your road to fitness by using the Hard Work Works fitness app. Completely flawed transition there. I don't care. Because it's for all ability levels. You got a full gym, no gym, 0 problems. What is included with that? 200 workout plans available for every situation from a full gym to no equipment at all. Nutrition guide to keep you on track during whenever. It says holiday season, but whenever. And all this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for Deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and you get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today. Hard Work Works Fitness. I love you, Coach Joe. One of these days, I'll get it right. We're talking about the Mighty Mighty BossTones today. And actually, I got to go here. Bradley, it's your first time on the show. You put the Mighty Mighty BossTones up on the board. Talk to me about the BossTones. Why do you love the BossTones, and why did they have to be your first band?
I had a friend of mine introduce me to the band when I was probably in my mid-20s or so, maybe early 20s, and it was the Don't Know How to Party album. He's like, you gotta listen to this. I've always been a big ska fan. I've always been a big reggae fan, even growing up as a suburban white kid in Ohio. I had a great affinity for ska and reggae music, and once I gave it a listen, I was hooked. And then once I gave it a listen, I needed to see them live. And I think that really, there's no substitution for seeing a ska band live. Just the energy, the passion, the fun, the excitement. And what I love about ska is that it sounds so cliche, but it really is it's such a blending of all diverse people, black, white, young, old, straight, gay, whatever. It's just, everyone's there and they're dancing and they're having fun and there's no troubles. It's a beautiful thing. And it's not just the BossTones. It's, I've seen Fishbone, I've seen English Beat, plenty of ska bands, and it's just such a fun environment.
Fun is the key there. And at that point, we're going to bring in Randy. Surprisingly enough, the BossTones sat up on the wall for a good while, and I guess you may have been combing through everything. You saw the BossTones and like, why is this not done yet? So, Randy.
Well, yeah, what happened was I kind of got bitten by the ska bug after the Aquabats, and I'm like, well, you know what? I haven't listened to these bands in a really long time. My ska phase was in the early 2000s, late 90s, and it kind of faded out for a while, and then I started listening to more and mostly Pearl Jam. And I kind of just forgot about these bands, and the BossTones were one of them, unfortunately. And thankfully, this one was picked up almost right after I signed up, and I really, really, really liked going back on this one. It was a tough 20 to make, but oh man, my relationship with third wave ska, like that was my genre back in, when I was in high school, like sophomore, junior, senior year. All I listened to were bands like the BossTones, Less Than Jake, Real Big Fish, anybody under that umbrella, Suicide Machines, and then going into more punk stuff like NoFX, Descendants, and all those kind of bands. But look, the BossTones are the first, to me, they are the first of the third wave ska bands. They are the pioneers of adding in the punk style influence and going from what was more of that, the reggae, the Jamaican style, and then kind of second wave was an American, a British style almost. And they they were the first to really add kind of like the four chord and make it feel more like punk rock and add those elements to it. They opened the door for a lot of those bands that I just mentioned before. And, you know, them along with Operation Ivy, I think have so much, they are so important to just the building of ska and not even that, but BossTones were the first band to have a commercial record label. Everybody that was ska was on an independent label, and then they signed with Mercury before for Question the Answers, and they blew up. You know, the appearance in Clueless helped, and obviously the impression that I get was everywhere. But they were massive during that '90s ska boom for sure.
Now, they were doing Converse commercials even before then too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too many people probably saw them, but you know, back in their Plaid and Chuck Taylor days, they had their own Converse ad.
I think about, you know, my relationship with the BossTones. I'm almost 100% positive on this now, and don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty positive that their cover of Detroit Rock City was on Beavis and Butthead. Again, don't hold me to that. I recall it, but don't hold me to that.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But
possibly, I'm not sure.
I think so. I think back to my time with the BossTones was Let's Face It. Let's Face It came out. It was huge. It was everywhere, and I bought in, and I loved it. And I dropped it so fast because, as you mentioned, like mainstream ska kind of dropped away. Like it honestly became kind of a joke for a little while. Like, I mean, am I wrong? Like,
no, not at all. And it still is kind of a joke.
And, you know, maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe not musically, like, you know, when you listen to the music, but like the way people perceive it.
The trend, I think.
Right.
It's the way the trend is. And people look at a band like the BossTones and they see, oh, there's like 9 guys and they're all wearing suits, and it's kind of a gimmick. And you know, I think the BossTones are legit when it comes to that. And there are so many bands that have imitated that and have done the same things, and they look stupid by doing it. And they kind of, you know, the bands are just like, all right, everybody, hip, 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 like the hip, hip bands. And, you know, those kind of bands are just like, that's what get people kind of making fun of and laughing at them. It's sort of a parody of itself.
Well,
any ska band worth its weight needs to have at least 6 members.
Yeah, true, because you have to have
a
horns.
ska band with 5 or fewer members.
Yeah, you got to have more than one horn.
Operation Ivy and Suicide Machines, I mean, they're hornless ska bands, but I give them the credit.
But so the thing here is, I thought that this wasn't going to age well, you know, going in, and the reality is, much like some why names are escaping me when I need them the most, how dare I, like Reverend Horton Heat, you know, like maybe this stuff isn't, you know, similar sound wise, but it's timeless. Like you can hop back into a ska band and it still plays the same now as it did then. So I was worried about like nostalgia playing a factor. And while I still think it did, I think that the music is really just timeless. So with that said, what was it like putting your 20 together for this, Bradley?
Well, I think that my BossTones taste probably skews a little bit older, as I have a feeling I am by far the oldest of the 3 members here. But it was fun putting it together because I haven't listened to them in a while. So it was nice to revisit and think, it's like, oh yeah, I remember when I heard them play this live. That was such a great song, and it was And I go back to like Devil's Night Out and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh, I forgot this song was on that album, and it was a fun nostalgic trip for sure.
And Randy, I mean, you were pretty active in the chat with as you were going through your list. So how painful was this for you?
Well, I made it more painful for myself because, again, Bradley, you mentioned the live aspect, and I spend my time doing nothing but focusing on live shows for my podcast, and
which is called
back,
Live on Four Legs, by the way.
Sure, if you want to plug it, if you like Pearl Jam, then you can listen to that for sure. But I watch a couple of live shows for Pearl Jam every week, and I don't get that bug of, hey, we've been in quarantine, we've been in a pandemic for a long time. It just feels kind of natural to just watch these things. But I went back and I watched some of the Hometown Throwdown shows that they've done the last couple of years, the BossTones, and I looked at the people reacting and how intimate it was. I'm like, oh my God, I don't miss arena shows. I miss this. Like,
exactly.
This is amazing.
Exactly.
And there was a show that I watched at the BossTones that was, I think, in Manhattan in a park somewhere. And they were just letting kids on the stage dancing with them. I'm like, that's amazing. And look, Dickie Barrett is one of my favorite people in the world. I have to tell this story because when this was 2003, right before they went on hiatus, and a friend of mine and I were doing our first ever radio show for his high school radio station. And it was a tape thing. And, we didn't really know what we were doing, but there was going to be a lot of ska being played. So we went to a show. It was, this is a pretty packed ska show. BossTones were closing, and opening up for them was Catch-22, the Pie Tasters, and Voodoo Glow Skulls. That's a pretty packed show. And I remember, it was sold out and there were so many people there, but we were waiting online to get in, and we see Dickie Barrett just walking around smoking a cigarette. And we're like, holy shit. So the whole idea that, maybe we would run into one of these guys, we'd have a tape recorder on us, and we would, do an interview with them, or we'd, record some of the show and play it on the radio show. So we were probably like 16 at the time. We went up to Dickie Barrett. We're like, hey, do you have a couple minutes? Can we interview you? He's like, sorry, kid, now's not a good time, but look, you want me to give you a radio ID tag or something? I had no idea what the fuck a radio ID tag was. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever you want to do. I hit record. He's like, this is Dickie Barrett from the Mighty Mighty BossTones. You're listening to 98.6 WFBC, whatever it was. And our eyes just lit up, and we were like, that was the coolest thing that we've ever seen in my entire life. Since that moment, I've adored the man, and he's he's a great dude. And, people might look at the BossTones and think, that they kind of come off as a little bit like toxic masculine. No way. They're awesome, good dudes. So, as far as, going back to the live show stuff, I went back and I watched those videos. It made it tougher because BossTones are such a presence on that stage, and watching the 8 of them just perform and do their thing. And then the dancer that they have, the BossTone dancer, you really have to witness them in order to appreciate a lot of their stuff. And it solidified a lot of my choices that I originally made, but it also made a couple of choices a lot more difficult, and got me where I am here. So I'm actually kind of glad that I did that, because although, yeah, we're basing this off of Spotify and what we used for our playlist, but you kind of do need an extra element sometimes.
So
I don't know if you agree with that, Justin.
It helps. I think it helps you tie yourself to a song a little bit more, especially with something like the BossTones, because I hate using the terms. They all kind of sound the same, because while that isn't 100% true, I don't think it's as derogatory as it sounds. If you know your sound, stick to it. If you do it well, stick to it. And I mentioned Reverend Horton Heat. Like, his discography is 11 albums of songs that all sound the same. They're all great. The Boss Tones I feel kind of similar to. It's like, while there are different versions of the songs, they're all in the same vein. And Bradley kept pointing out fun. Oh my God, fun. So for me, what I did is I started listening to Devil's Night Out, and it didn't rope me initially. I got like 2 or 3 songs in, and I was like, you know what? I know, let's face it, that I already know that one's going to be a problem for me. Let's go listen to it, and let's see how it plays out. And holy hell, it holds up. Like, I was like, okay, this is a problem. I think all but 2 songs, I could honestly, when we get to it, I could honestly make a case for just about every song on that record. And I don't mean that from a nostalgia standpoint. I mean that from a legitimate standpoint. Because I tried to separate myself from nostalgia and are these just good Boss Tones songs? I think they're one and the same with that album specifically.
I fully agree with you.
Yep.
So
and that's how I feel about Don't Know How to Party. I could have every song on that album on there with ease.
There's
Absolutely.
there's like 3 in the middle there that for me was like, this is peak. Everything else is kind of like, this is good at where they started. This is good. This is where they were. We took the first 8 albums, I believe. Like there was 10, 7.
Yeah.
So we lost like 2 records, but to me, it's better that we kept it to 7 than bring in 9 and make this even harder than it needs to be.
Yeah. I think it was more I think they've put out 4 since they came back. Yeah. They had a hiatus between 2004 and 2007. And I think since 2007, they put out 4 different records. And then they just as we were researching for this, they put out a song in the middle of all this. And I just found out about it today. It's called The Final Parade. And it's an 8-minute long like ode to ska music, and it has like everybody that's ever been involved in ska before, from Bucket from the Toasters to Roger and Chris from Less Than Jake to MC Bat Commander from the Aquabats, and like everybody from every band. Tim Armstrong, I mean, he produced the damn song, so of course he's going to be in it. He's going to sing it like this. And, so yeah, like it's amazing. If you haven't listened to it yet, go check it out, especially if
this isn't a goodbye song, is it? Does it have the feel of a retirement goodbye song?
I don't know. It was more of kind of like a coming together of ska and like maybe an ushering in of a new era, because I read somewhere that they questioned whether or not this was the beginning of the 4th wave of ska, because there are a lot of acts that were involved in the song that people don't really know. So it could be kind of a passing of the torch. I'm not too sure.
There's an alternative station here, 96X, that plays this song. I think it's called Kerosene. That is it's a newer wave of ska. Like it's
yeah.
So maybe, I mean, that so far that's the only one I've heard, but like, so maybe. All right.
I read about that one, so I know what you're talking about.
I mean, it's not great, but I don't hate it either. You know what I mean? It's like, it's ska adjacent. It's close enough to what I know of ska to go, okay, I can appreciate it. I don't hate it.
Not great, but I don't hate it. That's quite the arrangement.
Yes.
Sounds like mustard plug.
All right, so now we're gonna do a little thing called the final say. So based on the conversation we just had, Bradley, how many do you think we will get through unanimously?
I'm gonna say, it's tough because I think I'm gonna be the one that kind of skews it off because I'm a little older, but I'm gonna say at least 10. I think for sure we'll get at least 10 unanimous.
So you think there's going to be 10 that all 3 of us have? Just to clarify.
I think so.
Okay.
You are a newcomer to the game, my friend.
Yes, clearly.
I know.
It's okay.
Okay, fair enough.
It's okay.
This is my first go around.
It's okay. No worries. Because I'll give you one last chance to change that if you like. Because what you're saying is, because we're trying to come up with a top 10. So if we get 10 through, that means that's our list.
Okay.
That's never been done before.
It's never been done before.
Saying I might have skewed a little high. I might have gone a little high.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay. Well, okay. 5?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm excited to find out.
Okay.
5 is fair.
5 is fair.
Okay.
Randy,
5.
Randy, what are you thinking?
All right.
I'm going to go a little lower because Bradley mentioned an album that he really liked, and I think you mentioned it too. And I don't have much from that album. So I'm going to say 3.
3.
Okay.
I'm going to split the difference. 4. 4 is kind of what I feel is right. I honestly wanted to say 2 because I feel like there's enough music here where we're going to all kind of be in different corners of the discography, I feel like. So we'll see. But with that being said, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The 3 of us have plucked out 20 songs from the BossTones discography that we are now going to mash together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you in case you have never given the mighty, mighty BossTones a chance, which you're wrong. I feel like I have to start here. Like, going back and listening to it, the message is on point. It's a great tune. It sounds exactly like the BossTones you would hope they would be. I'm going to go with Let's Face It.
I got it.
How about you, Bradley? Let's Face It.
We lose him?
You still there, Bradley?
Yes. Could you repeat? Sorry.
That's okay. Let's Face
I
It.
had a family thing. Sorry.
That's okay. Let's Face It. The song.
Yes.
All right. There's one.
That's unanimous.
Unanimous. All right. So let's let it get its time in the sun. Let me scroll down to where it is. There's a lot on that record, but this one I couldn't ignore because it starts right off right where you want the BossTones to be. Horns right out front.
Horn. It's always a plus.
Yep. That line right there.
Yes.
And I like the message
Yeah.
of the song too.
Absolutely. And they wrote
to
this
me,
in
it's
'97.
Yeah.
all about the hey.
Yeah. The fact that it's
And again, it goes back to what I said, that this is what ska is supposed to be.
the fact that it's still relevant, like it's still a statement, is insane to me, but that's all the more reason to love it. So, all right. Let's Face It is in. Let's get it a little time in the sun. God, that horn line. All right, Bradley, you're up.
All right. I'm going to go with my favorite BossTones song of all time, which is Devil's Night Out.
I did not pick that.
Nor did
Okay, I knew it.
Sorry.
Showing my age here, but that's okay.
All right. Well, and here's something
It's punk and it's ska and it's just
Kind of metal too.
It kind of starts slow and then it gets intense and it's just a great live song.
See, and that's the angle I don't have. I haven't seen any live BossTones. I haven't been to a BossTones show, so let it get some time in the sun here. All right.
A little okay.
All right. Randy?
One of the themes with the BossTones that I like and just makes everything loose and a lot of fun is just drinking. Everything's about beer. Everything's about having a good time. They're from Boston. Of course it is. I'll drink to that.
No.
I'll drink to that is on my list.
Awesome.
All right.
That is a great song.
All right. So we got 2, Bradley and Randy. So it stays around in the conversation. All right. This was the other song I considered leading off with. And I understand if you don't have it because it is, at least sound-wise, similar. But I can't ignore this one. Noise Brigade.
That was number 20 on my list.
Oh.
Yeah.
Noise Brigade did not make my list.
Okay. It's in the convo.
It was number 20.
I don't hate it, but nope.
Okay.
I took it because I just had to go best song available for the last one, and it gave me 6 off of Let's Face It, and I felt kind of bad because I really, really like Jackknife to a Swan, and I only picked 3 off of it, and that's just sometimes how the cards fall.
That's right. Well, and the Boss Tones, I've said this a lot lately. I honestly feel like representation doesn't matter here. I'd like to represent as much as possible, but I honestly think that their discography sound can go wherever. Like we can pluck from whatever we need to pluck from. So
Agreed. Fully agree.
All right, Bradley.
My next is a Hell of a Hat.
Yeah, I got it.
It is unanimous, my friends.
Oh,
right. Look at that.
Number 10 on my list.
Let's see.
There's a very 30s, 40s vibe to it. Kind of more big band than ska.
Yeah, it is. And it took... it wasn't one of my instant favorites as soon as I heard it, but it definitely grew on me a lot more. And I'm like, I like the anti-gun message, and it's just a nice, as I said, it's just a nice, good song to hear live.
And just for the record, that was number 6 on my list.
Very nice.
So it was up there for me too. Let's get a little moment in the sun here for Hell of a Hat.
That's a hell of a hat that you're wearing. It goes real well with the earring. Five through the nose, bold daring.
All right, Randy.
I picked I'll Drink to That. How about another drinking song?
Nope.
No.
All right.
Sorry.
Into the trash.
Hey, we like to call it not listed around these parts.
Oh, sorry. We're not doing championship edition.
Let me find it on the list so it can get its time in the sun. I think I've gone too far. Nope. Again, that album I could have made a case for just about everything. So
Yeah. Sounded so different. That's why I picked it.
ultimately, I think that's why I ended up dumping it. Oh God, this always makes me feel. This is why I started doing this. Is number one, a little dig at the person who missed, but also the rest of the panelists, make them feel bad for not choosing the song. So there we go. Another drinking song. All right, back to me, huh? They're really good at title tracks. So I'm gonna go for another one here. Don't Know How to Party.
Absolutely on my list.
Hey.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. It's got 2.
It was in the top 30, but it just missed.
All right, Bradley.
I will stay with that album, and I will do Someday, I Suppose.
Yes.
That's absolutely.
Hey. All right.
So nobody get any more unanimous songs, right?
Let me find it on here so we can get it. There we go. takes a second to go, but it's golly.
It does. It does.
I like that this is, to me, this is a nice bridge between the old and new.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right.
Also, that was one of the 2 songs played in Clueless.
Oh,
That's true. That is true.
And since we're there, I'll pick the other one. How about Where'd You Go?
yeah, I got it.
Yep.
Hey!
Well, we're right on our way to 10.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm starting to feel bad for talking off 10.
I just think positive.
Well, that's what I said during the Aquabats episode. We only got 3, so now I'm a little weary on it. But hey, 4 out of 9 so far. That's really good.
And not much has gone into the not listed either. Again, this takes a second, but well worth the wait. All right. We're right at 4. All right. Well, where do I go? Let me go to some newer stuff. How about So Sad to Say?
No.
Nope. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Off on my own. Sometimes that happens too.
That's off Pay Attention?
Yep.
Okay. You got not much off that album for me.
I feel like that is the end of their, like, I don't want to say perfection, but like the pocket for them.
I think that's their last album that they were on Mercury, and then once they joined Side One Dummy, they was Jackknife, and that kind of took it to a different level, and it kind of set them up.
I like. Okay, we'll get into those as we get to them, but come on, computer, do what you're supposed to do. All right, So Sad to Say was just me. Let's let it have a second.
You've got a lot of nerve. You'll get what you deserve.
All right, Bradley?
Let me see. How about let's see. Oh, I hope I never lose my wallet.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
I didn't take a lot from that album.
So many songs to let it get its time here. Bradley on his own there. There you have it. All right, Randy.
Thank you.
The other things I like about the BossTones is that I mentioned before the suits, and they kind of have, it's like an imposing presence, but it's there's warmth to it, and I kind of see them as like a very friendly mob. And some of their songs have some, because they're Boston people, they kind of talk about the mob and they talk about the mafia a little bit. And ones that's always stuck with me in that aspect is Mr. Moran from Jackknife to a Swan.
God,
No, really? Oh,
No.
that sounds like you really wanted it too.
yeah. I had that
Jeez.
till like 22, if I had to guess. Oh, I thought I was alone.
Sorry.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be alone on that one. All right, that last, the last two, I really enjoyed a lot, for the record. I didn't pluck a lot from them. Ultimately, this one was definitely I loved this open.
Oh, it's so good.
I was his underboss and second in command of the Gambino family.
This definitely makes me feel like a Mr. Moron.
Oh,
Ew. All right. Back to me, huh? 1, 2, 4. How about Standoff?
I do not have that.
That's a no.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try a little harder to find you guys.
You did good in the first round.
I know, right? Standoff. I wish Spotify was easier to navigate for this. Ah, that horn. All right. Bradley?
Let's see. I'm going to go with an obscure BossTones song, but I'm going to go with Illegal Left.
Ooh, that was on a late cut. That was very close. Didn't make it.
Okay, but you've heard of it, so at least I'll take credit for that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I love that album. I think that is next to Let's Face It.
All right, let's get a little Time in the Sun. Yeah, I didn't have it either. Listeners, I'll have you
Love
notice
that
that we
Yep.
aren't. None of these songs are wrong. Like you can hear that, right? None of these songs are wrong.
No, of course not.
Very clearly not.
All right.
Well, maybe one or two, but nobody bats 1,000.
Yeah. All right,
True.
Randy.
Let's go back to Let's Face It. I think it's been a little bit since we've taken a song from there, and I got a lot here. Hoping to get all three. Let's go Rascal King.
Oh.
Rascal King is a yes from me.
Okay, good. And also, that's one that the listeners suggested as well. I love Rascal
So it's only
King.
2?
Yeah. Yeah. I love the Rascal King. I didn't keep it.
That's classic. To me, you can't have a BossTones show like open the first 3 or 4 songs. Like you have to have that in the set. It's perfect for it.
I think part of Rascal King for me is one of those songs. If I had to guess, I cut for nostalgia purposes. I remember it being on the radio. Obviously, not as much as Impression I Get, but it got some decent radio play, and I think I let that kind of cloud my nostalgia and being unable to separate it from just being a really good song. So, how about I go here up to the A's? Awfully Quiet.
No.
Awfully Quiet is on my list, yes.
Hey. All right. We got 2. All right. Bradley?
I will go with He's Back.
Late cut.
Yeah, I don't
That
have
was
that one either.
like a cut this morning.
Damn. That
Yep.
hurts. All right, let's find it on here.
I think I cut it for I'll Drink to That.
I think this goes the other way. Maybe not. There it is. Let it get its time in the sun. All right, Randy?
Illegal Left, you said, was kind of one of the more obscure ones off Don't Know How to Party. How about Almost Anything Goes?
From your head down to your toes. It's on my list.
Nice.
I don't have it, but it's in the combo. 1, one. Let's see. Let's see where we're at here. Officially out of NTP as well. All right. Back to me, huh? Where do I go? I had this one way up high, and I keep scrolling over it. So let's find out. It Can't Hurt.
No.
Good song, but no.
Okay. Off on my own here. Sometimes it happens. I just love how it doesn't wait. All right, Bradley?
Although I've not been to Boston since I was 6, and I don't even remember that, I found the song They Came to Boston amusing, and I've added that to my list.
I do not have that one.
No,
Okay.
I don't have it either.
Fair enough.
That's More Noises, Disturbances.
Yes.
Yeah, that was another tough one where I thought that the 3 or 4 middle albums were so much better, and I only took 2 off of that.
Yeah. Okay.
They Came to Boston. All right, Randy?
All right, I might play it. I'm going to play the number 1 on my list. It's off the newest album that we've added to this list, and I don't feel very confident, but I'm really hoping it at least goes into the conversation because it should go far. Everybody's Better.
Nope.
Nope. Sorry.
That hurts.
I have to be honest, though. I don't really know the song, so.
Well,
It's so good. Play it, and everybody be disappointed at what you've done.
I honestly really had a hard time with this record because in a vacuum, they all belong. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but when you look at everything, it's like, how do I include 4 from this when Let's Face It exists?
Yeah.
That's why I erased more songs from More Noises, Disturbances. The thing is, Everybody's Better is like, feels like second wave ska. And they don't have a lot of songs that are definitively the earlier wave.
That's a fair assessment. Right, back to me.
And
huh?
it's so catchy. You wait until the end. You should have played the end on that because the end where they just sing and let it hold out is so good. It really is. That's my favorite BossTones song.
From here?
Yeah.
To be king, you don't need a castle.
Are you guys regretting your decision?
No, I never do. I never regret.
All right.
Maybe top 30. Maybe top 30.
How about Kinder Words?
Yes, I have that.
Kinder Words is a yes.
Oh,
All right. Hey.
halfway there. Whoa. I can't not do that. I wish I could not do that. All right.
Oh,
I know.
yeah, I just got it.
That puts us at 5, gents. And we officially have a conversation on our hands. Let's let it get a minute. I'm surprised. I mean, now that I listened to it, I'm surprised I let this one in. I think
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
Yeah.
I've
Especially
noticed
for
a
an
lot of
opening
my
track.
favorites start slow and build.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that as I hear them again.
Well, you listen to how good Someday I Suppose is, and that's just kind of a trend that they have, I suppose.
Yeah.
Nothing now
But that right there is what put it over the top for me. That switch. All right, Kinder Words is in. All right, Bradley?
I'm trying to think, what have I not said? Have we said the impression that I get?
We have not.
Okay, because it's on my list.
Honestly, that was a lot harder cut than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was going to be an easy cut.
I thought so too, but then when I started to make the list, I'm like, well, it really is a good song. I enjoy it.
I played
And let's
strategy
be
with
honest,
this.
without that song, it definitely was the most important song of their career, no doubt.
100%. And I played strategy with this thinking that there was a possibility that two of you can take it. And I didn't want it to be in unanimously because I think there was an argument for songs that are just as good that deserve to be, talked about and deserve to be in the top 10. So it was more strategical that I didn't take it, but it was, I put it at number 21 because it does deserve recognition and it is a great song after all these years. I never gotten tired of it.
Well,
it was in my 15 to 20 range, but I just felt the list would be incomplete without it.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think ultimately for me it's hard to separate the radio play it got. It still receives. It's the only Boss Tones song that's still around, really, like at least on mainstream radio, and separating it from nostalgia. I think it is, again, I thought for sure this is an easy cut as I was going through, and it made it probably into my top 30. And then I was like, okay, I got to shed some stuff. How about impression that I get? So, get a minute. It is absolutely a great Boss Tones song. All right.
It's a great song in general.
Yep. Randy.
Should I just say fuck it and go number 2 on my list?
If you feel like hurting yourself.
Have to eventually.
Number 1 really hurt. I wonder if I tipped you off to this, Justin, because last week in Let's Playlist I played the song, and I wonder if that got in your head. Maybe he'd put it on his list.
What did we do?
From Let's Face It 128?
No.
Nope.
Shoot. See, now I'm not as upset now because that happened at number 1, so I kind of it can happen at number 2 too. Oh God, this is the one song that I completely forgot about for 15 years, and then that beginning when I played it for the first time, I'm like, oh God, something's ringing here, something's ringing, and I kept listening to the song, and then they go into the 1, 2, what's in the stew, 3, 4, no one's really, and I'm like, oh, now I remember this song because there's sort of a story behind it. Not really, but like whenever my friends and I would be in the car just listening to whatever and the song would come on, we would change that last part to this duct tape or like just this stuff stinks or whatever it was. we changed the line every single time. So I think I couldn't let go of nostalgia for that, and I still think it's a great song.
I agree. I think ultimately what did it in for me was, again, being unable to separate nostalgia. To me, I when I was listening to it, I was like, I think I only like this for nostalgic purposes. So, all right, I'm gonna do one that's gonna hurt me since everybody else has put themselves out there. I think this is arguably my favorite Boss Tones song. And which I guess I don't know if that's saying much because I pretty much only knew Let's Face It going in. So I'm staying on Let's Face It. I'm going to go Break So Easily.
Oh.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought
it's a no.
It's amazing we took so many songs from that album and they're going into the trash.
Yeah. Here, I love this, the way it opens. Because you talk about like songs that sound different. Like that was the one I took because it sounds different. Again, this was one I thought for sure was going to get in. I mean, it obviously did ultimately, but like I was having a hard time separating myself from nostalgia, and nostalgia won out here. Break so easily. I want to get to that. This. Oh. And then the second verse, but it's out, so that's okay. All right. Bradley?
I'm looking at my list here. Have we mentioned Kinder Words?
Yes.
We did. Okay. We mentioned Awfully Quiet.
Yes.
Okay. Jeez. Sorry. I'm old. I forget stuff. Holy Smoke is on my list, and I'm sure that will not make it, but
Didn't make mine, no.
no, fair enough.
It was 21. I cut it right before we started recording.
Wow.
I'm surprised.
I was almost going to call the audible, but it was my flex one that I ended up just cutting this morning. I thought I was going to be alone on it, so let's let it, so we can hear why. I think again the slow burn kind of worked against it.
Definitely noticing a theme with my choices.
That one I didn't let nostalgia hit me.
And then it just ramps up to 1,000.
Yep. Blam. This almost saved it.
It doesn't get played much live, I don't think.
All right, Randy?
Well, I'm not going to play any more of Let's Face It because it's quickly becoming the 10 of this,
I know, right?
of this group. If you remember the championship edition and how nobody wanted to play Even Flow because it didn't make it, or Jeremy because they didn't make it. Those two songs, which you probably know. Oh boy. How about Old School Off the Bright?
Nope.
Don't have it.
The disgust.
A wee bit.
All right, let me find it on the list here. Where is it?
Talking.
Jackknife? Like the middle of Jackknife.
There it is. It definitely made my first pass. Play itself right off of the list. All right, back to me, huh? How about Over the Eggshells?
No.
Don't have it.
Okay, I had a feeling. We'll do like another round after this one, and then we'll just dump out. I think we're about to that point.
I got 6 left.
Yeah, I think that's about where I'm at.
I think I have 4 or 5. Yeah.
All right, let's get a little bit of taste of it. Over the Eggshells. Did I scroll past it? No, there it is. All right, Bradley?
I will go with How I Was, How I Am.
Yeah, I got it.
I don't.
Gets 2. It gets to stick around. All right,
I gotta
Justin
remember how to spell it.
and Bradley.
Well, yeah, I just wrote how I was. That's all.
All right, Randy.
Should I just go for the highest? This is the only one left in my top 10, and this kind of shot up the list after a couple more listens to it, and I realized how much I really, really, really love this song. The piano intro, I mean, it's such a full song, and it is a little bit different, but like, you know, it still has a Boston vibe to it. How about Toxic Toast?
No.
No, that was a tougher cut for me. But yeah, ultimately didn't probably in the 20 to 25 range.
All right, let's see.
Boy,
I mean,
four of my top 10 songs got trashed. Oof.
I know.
Hey, my number one song didn't make it, so
Yeah, number one and number two for me. That's that's just how the game goes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plenty of
sometimes.
times.
Let's get a little sunshine for that one. And then this will be our last round, and then we'll just dump out whatever we got left. Well, as you could tell, like, the slower burn intros, like, not that I didn't have any, but I was very selective with them. All right. I'll go with my number 10 song here. Again, they're great at title tracks. A Jackknife to a Swan.
That was considered to be in the flex spot to get another from that album in, and it just didn't make it.
All right.
yeah, good song, but no.
Okay.
Ultimately, no.
All right. Let's get down to that record. All right, Bradley?
I'm going to go with Dr. D.
Oh, mother of... No.
No.
You can tell which ones I mulled over. You can tell which ones I mulled over. Dr. D was super, super late cut. Let me find it. There it is. God, I love that. Oh, I feel so bad right now. Oh.
This one started with so much promise, and then, like, even though we got 5 unanimous, there's so many good songs that didn't even make the conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I realized I was definitely a rookie saying 10.
It happens. You never know. All right, Randy?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. If I want to hit on something, maybe I'll just use this one to hit on. And this is, I kind of put it in by default because it's a really, really, really catchy song. But I sort of hate the rhyming aspect of it because it kind of gets a little, I don't know, it gets a little obnoxious at times. But I really think the song is catchy as all hell. Royal Oil.
Oh, no. Also,
It did make my list. Yes.
oh, okay.
It was. I hear you. It was. I struggled with that one, but ultimately, yeah, I tossed it in there.
It's an earworm.
It's a fun song.
It
Yeah,
is.
for sure.
But for me, like, between nostalgia and radio play, like, it just, I with that album, I had a really, really tough time, discerning between the two. So, all right, so we're back to me. All right, I'm going to dump out here. My last 4. The Bartender Song.
Nope.
All right. Next, Never Mind Me.
No.
Nope.
Okay. This is about right. You would expect from the last four. Oh, apparently I had 5. The Skeleton Song.
I considered that, but didn't make it.
Yeah, didn't make mine either.
All right. Where You Come From.
No.
No.
And last but not least, Chasing the Sun Away.
That was tough to cut. And I cut it because it just felt a little too simple for them. And
Fair
it was
enough.
just kind of blah. I think I remember my initial stages of listening to that song, and I liked it a lot at first. And I'm just like, you know what? Everybody's Better is the other different sounding track on this album, and is just blows that one away. So yeah, it didn't make it, but
Nor mine.
respect.
Okay.
Respect.
All right. You want to dump out whatever
Pounding my chest. I'm pounding my chest for you now.
All right. You want to dump out whatever you got left, Bradley?
Sure. I think I only have 3 left. If my count is correct. Do Something Crazy.
No.
I'll drink to that. And-
That was picked.
Yeah.
Oh, that was picked.
Yeah.
Okay. As I thought so, but wasn't sure. And He's Back.
You already played that one too. Yep.
Yeah, that one.
Earlier Boss Tones. Really?
Yep.
All right. Sorry.
That's okay.
That's all right.
All right, Randy, you want to dump out?
So all these 4. Okay, Tin Soldiers. All things considered.
Tin Soldiers was 21.
Yeah, that stretch on Don't Know How to Party between Illegal Left,
I
Tin
know.
Soldiers, and Almost Anything Goes is really, really very strong. And
I know.
I said to myself, only 2 of the 3.
I almost didn't make it listening for the first time I listened to that album. I almost didn't make it to 737 and whatever the second to last song is, because I kept replaying those like 4 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough. It is tough. Okay, so Tin Soldiers, All Things Considered, Our Only Weapon, and A Little Bit Ugly Now.
Choice.
All right. So, I mean, all things considered, pun intended, we did well. We did well. We got 5 through unanimously, which means
Yes.
Bradley is our winner. Hell of a Hat, Kinder Words, Let's Face It, Someday I Suppose, and Where'd You Go? Already off to a good start with those 5.
To be fair, my initial guess was 10, though.
Yeah. I'm glad we talked you down. We have 8 through in the conversation that we need to trim down to 5. So that's not too bad either. All right. So
We can do that.
we've got Almost Anything Goes, Awfully Quiet, Don't Know How to Party, How I Was, How I Am, I'll Drink to That, Noise Brigade, Royal Oil, and The Rascal King. All right. I'll go to you first, Randy, actually. Is there anything there that's like, man, I gotta have that?
Rascal King has to be in.
Okay. I'm with it. Like I said, I kind of didn't put that in for nostalgia reasons, but I think it absolutely belongs. So let's grab Rascal King. And now I'm going to go the opposite way with you, Bradley. Sorry. He's angry over there. Of the 7 remaining, Almost Anything Goes, Awfully Quiet, Don't Know How to Party, How I Was, How I Am, I'll Drink to That, Noise Brigade, Royal Oil. Which one do you think doesn't belong? Which one's out?
Even though it was on my list, it was towards the bottom. If you dumped How I Was, How I Am, I'd be okay with that.
All right.
I debated that one, and it made my list, but it's not. It's just not a song I'm dying to hear every time I want to hear the Boss Tones.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. That made a first cut, but nothing after.
All right, so we're at 6, and we got 6 remaining. So I'm going to ask you the same thing, Randy. Almost Anything Goes, Awfully Quiet, Don't Know How to Party, I'll Drink to That, Noise Brigade, Royal Oil. Which one goes?
I'd have to say, because it's the only one that wasn't in my top 30, Awfully Quiet.
Ooh, okay. All right.
God, I want to bring back Songs from the Trash so bad. I really do. I want Everybody's Better to be on this list. And there's nothing from that album that's in the conversation. Like, it's mostly Don't Know How to Party stuff.
Yeah, Don't Know How to Party. We got 1 through already, and we got 2 left. All right.
Yeah, and a couple Let's Face It.
Yeah, so we got, honestly, well, we've got 6. We got 5 left. So this is it. Because this last cut gives us the thing, and this is what we played for. So Bradley, the cut is yours. Almost Anything Goes, Don't Know How to Party, I'll Drink to That, Noise Brigade, Royal Oil. Whatever you cut, we cannot debate.
Oh, geez. Oh, man, that's a lot of pressure. I'm not going to make any friends here, but I'm going to cut Noise Brigade.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm old. What can I tell you?
All right. Noise Brigade hits the cutting room floor.
I love the Don't Know How to Party album. It's one of my favorites.
All right. Royal Oil. Let's put that one in. Let's see. Almost Anything Goes. Almost Anything Goes in. Don't Know How to Party, and I'll Drink to That. Don't Know How to Party, and I'll Drink to That. 2, and I'll drink to that. All right. We've got our 10. Almost Anything Goes, Don't Know How to Party, Hell of a Hat, I'll Drink to That, Kinder Words, Let's Face It, Royal Oil, Someday I Suppose, The Rascal King, and Where'd You Go? All right, so let's put a little bit more pressure on. Bradley, of those 10, which one is the one you would give to somebody to say, hey, this is the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones?
Man, jeez. I would give them Someday I Suppose. I think that's a great first song to get somebody interested in the BossTones. A happy song. You just gotta be smiling after hearing that.
All right. What do you think?
The lyrics are silly. It's just, I think it's a great song.
What do you think, Randy, of those 10?
Went in the car with my wife yesterday, and I gave her 4 or 5 songs to listen to. And of those songs, we had Everybody's Better, Where'd You Go, Someday I Suppose, Toxic Toast, and Rascal King. She came out of that, and she's not a ska fan or a BossTones fan. The only song that she knew was Impression That I Get. The only song out of all of that she even remotely enjoyed was Someday I Suppose.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm with
And
it.
I think I was leaning towards that. Everybody's Better should be on this list, but I can't, you can't go back and change time right now. But yeah, that's the song. That's the song from this for sure. And I know that people know it, but it's not their number one in their catalog. So you feel a little better about making it their, the number one with the bullet.
But it's also what they sound like,
Sure.
Agree. Yeah, I agree.
I would have said this, or the other one that was really high on my list was Let's Face It. But that
would have been a good one.
I think
it just opens with the horns. I just love it.
Yeah. All right. Someday I Suppose is our number one with a bullet. Almost Anything Goes, Don't Know How to Party, Hell of a Hat, I'll Drink to That, Kinder Words, Let's Face It, Royal Oil, The Rascal King, and Where'd You Go round out our top 10. We have done it, gentlemen. We have done it. We have arrived. We have arrived, and you can arrive too. Patreon.com/ohijustin. Would love to have you aboard. It only costs $1 a month. So, I don't know, lose the Starbucks or shift a couple coins out of your couch. I don't know. Does anybody have coins in the couch anymore? Probably not. Regardless, $1 should not be that hard to come by, and you can pledge it to me at patreon.com/ohijustin. And it's not like you're just giving me $1 a month. What you're really doing is getting a ton of content for $1. You get this show deprogrammed before the rest of the world. You get Gear Freaks before the rest of the world. You get a daily Oh Hi Justin pod, and those are just the ones that I felt like promoting right here, right now. Just saying, there's plenty of stuff happening. Patreon.com/ohijustin also gets you access to the higher tiers on Discord. If you wanted to join the and Friends Mayhap, we do almost every Friday night at 7:30. It's a live show that we do on the Discord. You get access to that via patreon.com/ohijustin. Also, if you didn't want to pay me $1, understandable, but you still wanted to come play, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. We do Let's Playlist every Monday night. There's a Jackbox night and a lot more stuff to come. It's Legion of Stupid. You can search it. If you're not up to that, just ask me for the link and I'll shoot it to you. We're a podcast. I'm sure you know that. Wherever you're listening to this, hit subscribe. I'd love for you to do that. Share, rate, comment. All those things are great. But to me, the best way to get the word out is tell somebody that you enjoy the show. Hey, I like Deprogrammed. You should too. Listen to it. Yay. And also, if you're listening to this and think we got it all wrong, hey, you're wrong. How dare you? But come play. Seriously, come play. Come be on the show. And it's simple. Tell me what band you want to talk about at the Hulkster on Twitter. And or if you join the Discord, just let me know that you want in. And we'll get you in here and we'll talk about your band. I promise. If we haven't talked about them already, it will happen. So
we'll do a championship edition if we've talked about them already. If they have enough albums.
Also, something I'm working on is called List Contested, which we'll talk about more at a later point. Ooh. But just there's ways for you to get involved, and I'd love to have you involved. I want to talk about your bands. I want to talk about everybody's bands, even if I don't necessarily like them at first. I'm working on it. So let's work on it together. That being said, the Mighty Mighty BossTones. I swear I can talk. The Mighty Mighty BossTones. Learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.